Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and sorry if this camera view is a little bit weird. I'm trying to find like the best place in the garage to film that has really good lighting. The place that I was filming earlier, the lighting just wasn't enough, and so the footage kind of came out a little bit grainy. And so hopefully this, like next to the window with the natural light, will make the footage look a little bit less grainy. But sadly, you guys can't see the Supra as well anymore, so it makes things a little bit more difficult. But regardless, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about what my daily schedule is like now that I do YouTube full time, and it's actually evolved over the years, so I'll kind of get into that. But first and foremost, if you're looking for car buying advice or behind the scenes look on my main channel, that's what this channel is gonna be all about. And to get things up and going, obviously it's really gonna help out with getting views on these videos, but then more importantly, just getting more subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It's just gonna help out this channel a ton. But let's just get right into the video. So first off, if you're not familiar with me, I actually started doing YouTube at the end of 2017. I took a huge break during the entire duration of 2018. I made a few videos in 2018, but just not that many because I was more focused on the job that I had at the time. And then I basically started up with doing what I would consider YouTube full time. I was still working at my job, but then I was also spending a lot of time with YouTube videos at the beginning of 2019. And then I quit my job and started doing YouTube as my only job this whole year of 2020. So I kind of want to talk about the evolution of what that really looked like and how my schedule has changed. And so yeah, let's kind of get into each little segment. First off, we're going to start with what it looked like when I first had the channel initially, where I was still working the job, and then we'll kind of segment over into what it looks like after I had quit my job. So at the end of 2017, when I started my channel, that's when I was still working my job full time, and I wasn't earning any money from the channel. For that first whole year, I did not make any money from my channel. And so I kept pushing the channel on the back burner. And so from a scheduling standpoint, I got really excited because since I was probably about, I would say 10 or 11 years old, I knew that I wanted to make YouTube videos. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And when I was about 16 years old, I made a couple of YouTube videos of me weightlifting because I've done weightlifting my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but a big majority of my life. And I made a couple of those. Nothing really happened with them, and then I just stopped making them because it was just a little bit too hard to do the filming and the posting and all that, and I just didn't understand things at that point. And so then I waited, and working at a dealership kind of gave me an idea. I was like, hey, well, I'm already working here, I'm already around cars all day, why not just review a few cars and post those on YouTube? Maybe I'll be able to sell them. So initially, from a scheduling standpoint with YouTube, I had a full-time job. I was completely focused on the job. YouTube was just this side thing where I was like, I'll make a couple videos, see how they go, and if they do pretty decent, then maybe I'll continue along with it, but hopefully this helps me sell more cars. So I did that. I posted a few reviews, and to be completely honest, none of them really did that well. Like, I filmed a couple of vehicles at the dealership I worked at. I went to a couple other dealerships that were awesome enough to let me film their cars, and just none of the videos did very well. And so then I was like, you know what, this is really time consuming. If I spent this time at my job trying to sell cars, I'd be making money, whereas with these videos, I'm not only spending money on camera equipment, but I'm spending money on my day off, or not money, but I'm spending time on my day off, and it's just kind of messing things up for me. So I'm just gonna take a break. So after doing it for about a month and a half, I decided that I'm just done. I'm not gonna do it. And so then took that whole year off. So initially it was just this side project that I'd basically just film videos on my day off. Now, at the beginning of 2019, I got a lot more serious about the channel because over the course of that year, I had a couple of videos that got a decent amount of views. For my channel nowadays, it's not really necessarily a lot of views, but for back then it was a ton. I had a video that hit like 50,000 views, another one that hit 40,000 views. And again, back then that was massive for my channel. And so I was really excited about that. And I was like, you know what? There is something to this. I just need to be more dedicated and I need to be patient with it. And so at the beginning of 2019, pretty much at the end of February, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do videos every single day of the week. I'm gonna be super consistent. I'm gonna get this channel up and running, and I'm gonna turn it into like a second source of income, but then also I'm gonna use it to market myself at the dealership so I can sell more cars. And so what that looks like from a scheduling perspective with me is I had a full-time job, and I actually went in and worked every single day of the week minus Sundays, because if you guys aren't familiar, Utah dealerships aren't allowed to be open on Sundays. And so there was nothing for me to do at the dealership on Sunday because it's not allowed to be in business right on Sunday. So from Monday through Saturday, I'd be at the dealership. And in terms of my working schedule at the dealership, I would basically go in at 12 o'clock and I would typically leave at about 8 or 9 o'clock depending on the day, and that was 6 days a week. So you guys can do the math, a lot of hours there. And then how I worked in the channel is if I ever took a day off, which I pretty much never did, but it happened here and there, I would be filming for the channel. But pretty much what actually happened is before I went into work, I would wake up, I'd go to the gym, and then right after I go to the gym, then I'd go and film a couple of reviews, and then I would go into work. And so it was like I was pretty much working all day, every single day to get these videos for the channel, to get the channel up and running. And so it was just, instead of, being lazy, playing video games in the morning or whatever, I would go out and I'd be filming videos, or I'd be exercising, doing something that's productive so that I could get the channel up and going. And I did this for the entirety of 2019 with kind of balancing out both of them, doing the videos pretty much in the morning and then going to work in the afternoon. And I posted a video every single day of the week for the entire duration of 2019. I can't really think of an exception. Like, I had a video every single day of the week. So I obviously did what I set out to do for that year. Now, over the course of the year, the channel actually grew really, really quickly. So within a month of me making a video every single day, my channel went from having like 500 subscribers and not being monetized to it had over 1,000 subscribers. I was monetized. I was actually getting a decent amount of views per month. And so within my first few months of doing YouTube as like this side gig in 2019, I was actually making some money off of it. And I was making a decent amount of money that someone might be able to live off of. And so that was kind of, again, that was like the scheduling for 2019, and it just skyrocketed with the channel. And once the channel got to a certain point at the end of 2019 where it got really big, where I was actually making more money off of the channel than I was off of the job that I was doing, I kind of just kept having this idea pop in my head. I was like, why don't I do this full time? I really enjoy doing it. I love the process. I love everything associated with it. And if I spent more time into it, then not only would I be able to make more money off of it, but I would just be able to live a little bit of a different lifestyle where I'm not working pretty much 24/7 and be able to get in better shape like what I wanted to do and just be able to enjoy life a little bit more. And that's kind of like the transition to the schedule for 2020. Now with 2020, the schedule has changed quite a bit over the course of this year. Obviously, we had things with coronavirus that did affect things with scheduling for me personally. But the biggest changes have been with my direction on the channel. So the whole idea was still, I need to post a video every single day of the week, whether it's a review or not, but I need to post a video every single day of the week. But also, since I'm doing this full time, I need to figure out how to make more money off of the channel. I need to figure out how to just basically branch out. So for the first month of 2019 in January, pretty much the first part of it, I basically did a ton of research. So from like January 1st to the 15th, I just researched how can I make more money off of YouTube? And I found all these different ways, and I basically watched other channels. I saw what they did on their channel and just looked into every possible avenue I could to basically earn more revenue on my channel. So then after I did all that research, from the 15th to the 30th, I was still filming videos in this time, by the way. I basically just every single day was posting videos on Facebook, because I found out that if I post my videos on Facebook, I can eventually make money on Facebook as well with the same content. I'm doing a little bit of work to post the videos, but now that I have everything posted over on Facebook, it's literally 5 minutes a day and it makes me money over there. So that was something that I spent 15 days just posting tons of stuff to Facebook. And then also on my channel, reorganizing the advertisements on my channel. And between those two things, it literally it was almost like instantaneous, the effect, not on Facebook, but at least with the channel, with reorganizing the advertisements, my revenue increased by literally over 50%, which is a massive margin for just anyone. And so that was kind of like my focus at the beginning of the year, was how do I make more money with the channel? And that was kind of what my schedule was associated around, was just basically doing the bare minimum in terms terms of filming and posting and doing the maximum amount of effort I could into basically growing the channel from a revenue perspective. Now, past that point, once I had all my videos posted over onto Facebook, and once I had gotten kind of over the initial slump with coronavirus where I actually had to kind of whittle down on the videos, I couldn't film as many reviews as I wanted to because obviously everyone was trying to be careful and all that kind of stuff. And so like I had to make different types of videos. After that initial kind of like drought in the middle portion of this year, I then kind of went to a new schedule where I was like, okay, so I have the revenue figured out on the channel. I have everything posted over to Facebook. What's my next project? What's the next thing I'm going to do for the channel? How am I going to basically schedule things out? And so for actually a few months, I basically went through different ideas like, okay, should I start to make different types of videos for the channel? Should I try to film more reviews? Because right now I'm posting 1 review a day. Should I do what, like, there's another channel, Raddy's Rides. He posts 2, sometimes 3 reviews a day. I was like, well, should I do that? Because he's getting more views because he's posting so many videos. And I was like, okay, should I do that route? And I kind of went through and kind of try to figure everything out in my head and see which route is the best to go with. Now, just keep in mind, over the course of this whole year, still posting videos every single day on the main channel, even though my schedule is kind of all over the place. Like, I would have some days where I would literally go to bed at like 4 a.m. because I was editing and all that stuff and doing other stuff at night, and then I'd wake up at like 2, go film, try to, like, just schedules all over the place. So the biggest change I've made recently is, first off, just having a cemented schedule, because before I would basically just say, okay, here are the things I need to get done in a day. I'll get them done. Doesn't matter when, but I'll get them done. Whereas now I try to kind of like compartmentalize things and just basically have things done by certain times in the day. It's helped out quite a bit. I've actually gotten a little bit more done. It's given me a little bit more free time, which has kind of felt weird because I'm not used to having free time. But first off, the biggest change has been waking up earlier and going to bed earlier. So instead of staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning, I try to cap things off at 12. Sometimes I stay up a little bit later till like 1 o'clock, but then I force myself to wake up at like 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. Depends on how crappy I feel in the morning, right? I have that liberty now because of what I do for a living. But that's been like the first really big schedule change, is pushing everything back to an earlier time in the day. Now that I've pushed everything back to an earlier time in the day, it's allowed me to kind of change how I go about things, and it's actually made my quality of life just a little bit better than it was before. So first off, I try to exercise first thing in the morning. Today's a little bit of an exception because I have weird meetings and everything today. But other than today, I typically will literally just wake up and eat right off the bat. I know some people can't do that, but like, I've just forced myself to do it and I feel comfortable with it now. So I'll eat right off the bat. And then the next thing I do is I go and exercise, get that done with, and then I come back, get ready, and I film videos for this channel like what I'm doing right now. And all of that happens pretty much before 12 o'clock, or that's at least the goal, is to have my eating and my exercising and the filming for this second channel all done before 12 o'clock. Now, once 12 o'clock rolls around, that's when I try to go out and film for the main channel. And what I've been doing with the main channel is I've been filming more videos than what I need from a posting perspective. So I still might do the thing where I post multiple videos a day. I'm still not 100% on the idea of doing that. So what I've been doing is I go out every single week and I try to film at least 2 videos a day. Sometimes I film 3 or 4 in a day. It just depends on the dealership that I'm at and how many cars they have for me to film and the amount of time that I have and how long it takes to film the videos. But what I've been doing is every single week I've been filming a few more videos than what I need for posting, and that's so that I can kind of build a little bit of a barrier. So right now I'm about 18 to 20 days out in terms of videos. So I literally have 18 to 20 videos on any given day that I can post, and I'm only posting 1 a day still. And so that's what I've also been doing with this new schedule, is I have been filming a bunch ahead so that I just have this content barrier, obviously in case everything gets locked down again, so that I have content to post for you guys. But also it's really nice because then if I ever want to go on a vacation or something, which I haven't taken since 2017, then it'll give me a nice buffer where I would be able to take the vacation. And then once my filming is done for the main channel, then I come back home and I get straight to editing. So it's like all day I'm basically doing different types of work projects, which for some people that might sound, you know, kind of crazy, a little bit, not necessarily difficult just because of the type of work that it is. It's a little bit different. It's not like manual labor or anything like that. But like from the point that I wake up to the point that I go to sleep, I am doing some sort of work thing. I do take like little breaks in between if I can, but it's like I wake up, right? and then it's like eating, stretching, exercise, filming for the second channel, filming for the main channel, coming home, editing, and getting the videos posted. And by the time I get done with editing and posting, it's usually right around 10 to 12 o'clock, and it's time to go to bed and basically start things over again. Now, hopefully that gives you guys a better idea of what a schedule is actually like for a full-time YouTuber with a channel that's not absolutely massive, that just films videos of me running around, messing around, right? I actually have like semi-serious content, and I think that's just been a huge misconception in general. Like whenever people talk to me in person, they kind of just, and they're not trying to be rude, but they just make the assumption that I don't really work or that I don't have to work that much. And it's kind of interesting whenever I actually tell people how much I have to work and what my schedule's like. It just always surprises them because a lot of people just don't get like all the behind the scenes things. All people see, like for my channel, all people see is this 12 to 15 minute video on a car. What they don't actually see is they don't see the fact that I have to exercise, 4 to 7 days a week, depending on what my schedule ends up being like. I have to exercise 4 to 7 days a week to stay in really good health, so I can stay in good mental health, so I can have a ton of energy to be able to film all these videos. Because frankly, if you're not in good physical health even though like what I do is not really necessarily like hard physical labor, if I wasn't in great physical health like I am, I wouldn't be able to run around all over the state that I live in and film all these videos all over the place, have the energy that I have, and I just want to be able to keep it together. So like having to focus on that, right? People don't understand that and they don't see that. And then all the other stuff that goes with it, from the traveling to the locations where I'm filming, to the filming itself, to then the editing of the videos, to then the posting. It's, again, all they see is a 12 to 15 minute video, but they don't understand that it's hours worth of work just to get one video. And then for me to be able to do that every single day of the week, it just takes a massive amount. And so again, I hope that this kind of clears that misconception up for people. And again, there are channels that they don't really work. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. It's just reality, and I'm not trying to like pinpoint anything, but like I see a lot of these like vlog channels, and they'll post like one video every few days, and that's pretty much it. And they're just messing around, and it's something that I've made videos like that, and I see how much effort I don't have to put into making those videos. And so then it makes me appreciate the work that I do so much more. And obviously I do get a really good financial incentive from the type of content that I do versus that type of content. And I'll probably I will be making a video like that probably towards the middle of this month, but I'm just gonna kind of wait and feel things out. So yeah. Now, if you guys want to see more videos of me describing things on the channel and kind of like a behind the scenes look of like what I actually have to do for the channel, please let me know in the comment section below, and I can definitely post more videos like this. And then let me know what you guys want to hear with further topics, whether it be car buying advice, financial advice, or just whatever advice you guys want to hear in general, if I feel like I'm qualified to talk on the topic. But as always, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then I will see all of you in that next video.